For the past few months, there have been many times I felt overwhelmed by the number of things that feel out of my control. Some of these things are about my personal life, like losing people who are close to me and the place I'm living not being where I expected to be living. And some of these things are really big world scale things like the coronavirus pandemic and killings of Black people on the news by police that have made visible the full evil of white supremacy, which I have had the privilege to not fully acknowledge for most of my life. For me, one part of dealing with the feeling of not having control is to sink into it and wrap myself in it. When I think about how I don't have mastery over my world, I can let myself feel like a tiny part of something really massive. And I can trust in people and in my community because I need to once I let go of the idea that I have total control. And another thing that I sometimes try to do is find the things that do make me feel like I'm standing on solid ground. Focusing on relationships and telling people how much I love them makes me feel steady. Thinking about my values, what I care about most, and figuring out how to tether myself to those things makes me feel solid. Protesting racism and other terrible things in the world alongside other people who also think those things are terrible makes me feel less powerless. And I think that in the same way that the past few months have revealed racism that was always present in America, the past few months have also shown me how much is out of my control all the time, not just now, even though it's especially visible right now when so many factors and circumstances of life are not what they usually are. And that sounds really scary, but I don't think it necessarily has to be. I hope I can settle into uncertainty, which requires deep faith and deep love, and find the things that make me feel strong and not alone. I love you all.